There may be, I think, America and myself included in Canada would probably consider that there are two women who played America's mom in the 80s and the 90s. And I would say that's Phylicia Rashad and yourself. So I got to say, what an absolute honor it is to have Ms. Daphne Maxwell Reid on the show. How are you, Daphne?
I'm very well, in such nice company to be in, Phylicia Rashad. Ooh.
Let me just say right off the bat, I wanted to congratulate you and Tim on almost 4 decades of marriage at this point. Well, maybe that's a reminder for Tim. I don't know how good he is with it. He's got a couple years, but...
No, the funniest thing that happened was on our 25th anniversary. I said, we could renew our vows. And what he told me was, they've expired? I got an out?
Oh, no.
And I said, okay, never mind. He's not the romantic guy.
How's the pandemic been going for you two? Are you at home creating? Are you driving each other crazy at all? What's going on?
No. He has a studio, and it's just he and his associate in the studio most of the time. So he goes to work and I stay home and be creative. So he's all over the place. What he's missing and what I'm missing is the world travel that we used to do. And we are used to being either apart by country, by state, or together in the house. And he's got his section of the house and I have mine. And we can operate pretty easily that way. But we've been very busy this year. It's been a blessed quarantine. We've just been very busy, which I think is odd, and I'm very grateful for it.
So speaking of anniversaries, or at least one sneaking up, last month was 30 years of The Fresh Prince. Hard to believe.
Yeah, that was a shocker. It doesn't seem like that 30 years has passed. But when I think about what was contained in those 30 years, we got a lot done. So time has moved by very swiftly. And it was an honor that they invited me to come back and celebrate with the whole cast. It was fantastic.
Well, speaking of which, we can expect the reunion next month, I believe, on HBO Max.
Yes, but they're keeping everything a secret. And the whole process was a secret. I got an email and they said, shh, don't tell anybody. Would you like to come back and do it? I'm going, shh, yeah. And they kept everything kind of separated. They kept each of us in separate hotels so we wouldn't reunionize before we got to set, and just treated us like kings and queens. And then we met on set and had a real reunion. We haven't been together all together for many, many years. We are on our 3rd generation. There are young kids whose teenage parents or teenage watching parents were showing them to the kids as they're growing up now. So it's remarkable how the legs that this show has, but not surprising with the popularity of a well-written show and a well-produced show.
Was there ever a time, because, you did say when you joined Fresh Prince, what a cute show. It was very lighthearted.
It was delightful.
But it did deal with some very important issues.
Yes, they had great writers.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had a great freedom around the table. When we would get the script on Monday and do a table read, we were allowed to insert cultural nuances that the writers did not have the information to put into the script. So we were able to say, stop this line that was going to happen with Tatiana talking back to her father and saying something really smart. And we said, see, Tatiana wouldn't have any teeth if she talked to her father like that. So we don't do that in our culture. So we were able to express those things and make it more relevant to a culture, although we weren't, the writing staff was not all of one culture, but we were able to bring those nuances in. And I think that was a great situation to be in.
There was a bit of a funny story that you had told on the Will at Home reunion, that kind of virtual reunion that you guys did, where when you actually had an audition when the show originally was
produced. I didn't take the audition. I didn't go.
Oh, why not?
Because it was with a rapper and I wasn't interested. Rap had just started back in the late 80s. And I wasn't a big fan of where it was going. So for me to be working with a young rapper on a sitcom, I just didn't think that was going to be a fun thing to do. So I moved to Virginia with my husband and watched TV that fall and said, oh, what a cute show that is. Oh, that's the young rapper. So 3 years later, when they called me, there was no hesitation. I was on a plane ready to go.
There was another part of that reunion, that Will at Home reunion, that if you're human, you're going to get teary-eyed just like the cast did.
And you will again. Oh, we do a tribute to James Avery. And I mean, he's the rock, the soul, the heart of that show. Besides Will's character, he was the rock that brought the whole family together, kept the family together, taught the family, and was the object of a lot of humor.
What was James like as a partner in terms of the show?
Oh, well, I fell in love with James at the audition. About the third audition, I got to work with him on the scene, and we just clicked. He just was the best. He was huggable. He loved jazz. He loved to read. He was erudite. He was just a wonderful human being. And I guess the chemistry that we found in that audition translated, because I got the job, thank goodness. And then our lives. He was my standby husband. Whenever Tim couldn't do something where I needed a partner, I'd ask James's wife, Barbara, can I borrow your husband? I need a husband. And she said, oh, yeah, take him. So we did a lot of things together. So I had relationship outside of the show with he and his wife, and just a divine friendship that the four of us had. It was just lovely.
Hey Real students, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to Real School, click that round Real School logo right beside me. Also click that damn notification bell so you're aware of all of Real School's new content. You can follow me on Twitter, and of course, if you get anything out of Real School, you can always give a little back. Just click the link in the description below or the button down there, and you can become part of my Patreon team.